Dear Muslim, we greet you with the greetings of peace in the language of the Quran. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu
Assalamu
alaikum
alaikum
wa
warahmatullah.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya as-salah, hayya as-salah, hayya al-falah, hayya al-falah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.
Excuse me for 1 minute. I know this is very unconventional. Believers, dear Muslim, once again, dear Muslims and believers, we greet you with the greetings of peace of Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
We witness that there's but one God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He cares for all of His servants and messengers. And we witness that Prophet Muhammad is His servant and His messenger and the seal of the prophets in Scripture. We salute Prophet Muhammad with the traditional salute or salutation from Allahu alayhi wa sallam, the prayers and the peace be on him. Dear believers, our talk for this Jummah khutbah or lecture is the guidance of Allah is the only true guidance. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is God, the sacred and the mighty, says in His holy book, the Quran, Abdullah Yusuf Ali translation, the one that we prefer, but you can read any one that you like. Now have we caused the word to reach them themselves in order that they may receive warning. To those whom we sent the book before this, they do believe in this revelation. And when it is recited to them, they say, we believe in it, for it is the truth from our Lord. Indeed, we have been Muslims bowing to Allah's will from before this. 2 times will they be given their reward, for that they have persevered, that they stayed away from evil with good, and that they spend in charity out of what we have given them. And when they hear vain talk, they turn away from it and say, to us our deeds, and to you yours. We seek not the ignorant. It is true, you will not be able to guide everyone that you love. But Allah guides those who He will. And He knows best those who receive guidance. They say, if we were to follow the guidance with you, we should be snatched away from our land. Have we not established for them a secure sanctuary to which are brought as a tribute fruits of all kinds, a provision from ourselves? But most of them understand that. And how many populations we destroyed, which exalted in their life of ease and plenty. Now those habitations of theirs after them are deserted, all but a few, and we are their heirs. Nor was your Lord the one to destroy a population until He had sent to its center a messenger rehearsing to them our signs. Nor are we going to destroy a population except when its members practice iniquity. The material things which you are given are but the conveniences of this life, and the glitter thereof. But that which is with Allah is better and more enduring. Will you not be wise? If there were a Quran with mountains moved, if there were a Quran where mountains were moved, or the earth were clove asunder, or the dead were made to speak, this would be the one. But truly the command is with Allah in all things. Do not the believers know that had Allah so willed, He could have guided all mankind to the right? Again, the guidance of Allah is the only true guidance. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in His holy book, the Quran, addressing Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, His messenger, say, Allah's guidance is the only guidance, and we have been directed to submit ourselves to the Lord of the worlds. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. I'm not going to be long today, you all. To tell the truth. Truth be told. busy this week, somewhat preoccupied, but inshallah, we'll get through it. Y'all make do our food. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, and we all believe in this, so this is real familiar language. It's really serving as a reminder. We come to Juma, as Imam Taldean said recently, to be taught the deen, to be taught the religion. And also, we come to be reminded. Because the believers, they remind each other. And the believers, not just the mu'min, loves to be reminded. Because they don't want to go wrong. They don't want to go astray. They don't want to be on that darling path that's so easy to get on, especially under certain conditions, you know. So we like to be reminded. So Allah says in the Quran that if He guides you, you will be rightly guided. Say, if He guides you. If He does not guide you, then there is no one that can guide you. That's self-explanatory. Because the Quran is its own dictionary. Now let's go to, as you usually do, to the hadith or report from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, praise and the peace be on him. Jabir, Allah is pleased with him, relates that the Prophet, Allah bless him and give him peace, used to teach us the guidance prayer, istikhara, for all matters, as he would a surah of the Quran. So the Prophet made this dua called istikhara so important that they took it as though he was teaching them a surah of the Quran. This dua for guidance. Lord have mercy. I wish I had did this used that dua a lot of times now. Along through here, man. I'm telling you, you can make some serious mistakes, man. If you try to go on your own thinking, your own nest, what's in your mind and what's in your soul, and don't seek istikhara, then you can make some lot of mistakes, and that's what I've experienced recently. So this is from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When a matter concerns one of you, pray to non-obligatory rak'ah and say, "O Allah, I ask you to show me what is best through your knowledge and bring it to pass through your power. And I ask you of your immense favor, for you are all powerful, and I am not. You know, and I do not. And you are the knower of the unseen. O Allah, if you know this matter to be better for me in my religion, livelihood, and final outcome, or perhaps, he said, the short and the long term of my case, then bring it about and facilitate it for me, and bless me with abundance therein. And if you know this matter to be worse for me in my religion, my livelihood, and final outcome, or perhaps he said the short and long of the case, then keep it from me and keep me from it, and bring about the good for me, whatever it may be, and make me pleased with it, And then one should mention the matter at hand. So it's staccato. Real plainly said is this. We ain't use no big words. When you have a situation or you confronted with something or you conflicted about a thing or you're not absolutely sure what you should do. For instance, you have a certain amount of revenue and you're trying to figure out whether or not what you should do with it. You got a good deal in front of you on the house. You got a sister that wants to get married. You got different thoughts about these things, but you just don't know. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if it's a gray area, if you don't know whether it's right or wrong, then leave it alone. So now you at the mercy properly to the Lord of the worlds. So now you make istikhara. And you see what it's saying. The long and the short of it is you're saying, Allah, this is what the situation is. I had the opportunity to do this and that. If it's good for me, make it easy for me and let me know. But if it's not good for me, it's going to harm me, then keep it away from me and me away from it. That's istikhara. And Allah will answer your dua every time. You go on and be patient. You don't even got to worry about nothing no more. Keep making your salat, keep making your du'as, and keep on doing the things. And Allah will show you, He will show you at His time. Brother, sister, this is the best thing for you to do. And where you had done that, He might not tell you right there, but as time goes by, He'll say, where you had done that, you would have messed your situation up. That's istikhara, right? And then your soul will feel at ease. Once you do that, you know that Allah is guiding you. You know, the only real, true guidance is Allah. Now let us go to, the first part we're going to close real quick. Let us go to the Mujaddid, the reviver and restorer of the Deen, Imam W. D. Muhammad. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on him and bless him with Jannah al-Firdaus, the highest and the best part of paradise. Ameen. And don't we all want, don't we all need and want Allah's mercy? If it wasn't for Allah's mercy, human being wise, none of us would be on earth. None. No matter how pious we are, or how much of a pauper we are, or middle class, or whatever nationality or whatever sex we are, if it wasn't for Allah's mercy, none of us would be on the face of the earth. So we ask for Allah's mercy to be on Imam W. D. Muhammad. And in turn, when you ask for mercy to be on someone, Allah has mercy on you. The same mercy. You don't lose out no kind of way. So Imam Muhammad says of guidance. This is his commentary. His tafsir. He says guidance, one, established in the nature and in the order of the creation. Two, human nature. We will find the saving force in our lives if we listen to that nature and give it the freedom to influence our judgment. God's guidance, a guidance that is only for those who respect and reverence God and follow the path that He has established. Isn't that, see? Listen, this is what the problem is. If you don't have no respect for God, you don't get no guidance. You don't need no guidance to do whatever you decide to do. Because you already know what you're going to do, what you're going to do. You know you ain't going to do what's right. So you don't need no guidance. But he says, a guidance that is only for those who respect and reverence God and follow the path that he has established. For us, we know that's the Sultan Mustaqim, right? We know that's the deen of al-Islam. Not our Islam, or not somebody else's Islam or idea of religion, but the deen. What is the deen? The deen is an obligation, a sacred agreement that we have made with God, that we're going to establish the 6 articles of faith, and we're going to practice the 5 pillars of al-Islam. See, most of us don't realize that faith comes before Islam. And Imam Muhammad put it very clear. If you don't have no faith, you're not going to accept God. You can't see God. Moses tried to see him. Moses couldn't see him. Look at the mountain, Moses. You want to see me? Bring the whole mountain down. We have to believe in Iman Bil Gaib, to know that God exists, but we cannot see God. Then once we do that, then we are ready for the 6 articles of faith. Faith first, and then we go to the practice, which is the 5 pillars. I know he has faith because every time it's time for obligatory prayer, he calls the adhan. He calls the Iqamah. He stands erect. He bows. He comes back up. He goes down in the sajda, go down, come back up. He sits. He reverences the Lord in the sitting position. He closes out with tasleems. I see him do that. That's how come I know he has faith. When he has wealth that God has blessed him with, he has no problem sharing that charity with somebody else. His family first, etc., etc., etc. When it comes time to stop eating during the daytime, he stopped. You can't give him nothing. You can't give him a cap full of water. 90 degrees outside, he won't drink no water. I know he has faith. He always talk about when he get the right kind of money, he gonna get his passport, because he gonna do everything he can to make the Hajj. Go way over there, thousands of miles away, to show his faith in God. The bigger the home of the bake, the bigger lash, the bake, inna hamna, inna mata, lakawamu. Here I am, Allah. I come as your servant. You have invited me. I get here only because you have provided everything for me, and you have invited me to come to your house, to the Kaaba, representing the universality of man. Not only just the universality, but the black stone, the humble man, the way man should be, have humility. I couldn't kiss it all the time, so I waved it with my right hand and I said, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. And then I got a chance to touch it. And I wouldn't have touched it if Omar said to the Prophet, if I hadn't seen the Prophet touch it and kiss it, I wouldn't have tried to touch it and kiss it. So we tried to kiss it. If the crowd too big, we back away so we don't get slammed into the wall. But if we can touch it, we touch what it represents, the universality of man, the 4 corners, the foundation is built on the foundation. So we do all that. Then we've established that we believe in God. We practice in that. Then he says, yep, I said that. I'm going to say this part and sit down. Pardon me. This is for those who are not here and those who are here. I have down here, most of you know that as an imam I am a loyal student of Imam W.D. Muhammad. Now, preface that, what I'm going to say, so you can see the context and how important it is to be Imam Muhammad's student, which we know, those of us who benefit from him for all of the years that he was on this earth, and still with volumes and volumes of information. And I got commentary and lectures and things I studied. I got so much stuff, man. And he said he would leave us so much. And he left us so much. And so I wouldn't be able to practice the deen if Imam Muhammad hadn't taught me. And by him teaching me, he made things so simple. And I'm going to tell you, was so simple. The question was asked. Real profound question. The question was asked, will my loved ones be in paradise with me? Now, I already read the ayat where Allah told the prophet, whose heart was so soft and so merciful, even though him and his family and companions had been persecuted. Many of them had been killed. They boycotted them. They tried to starve them. They tried to talk down on them. He still didn't want the wrath to come down on him. You know the story of Taif, you know how they threw everything on him, rocks on him, blood on him. And the angel Jibril came to him and said, listen, you wanted to destroy him? He said, no, don't destroy him. And showed up his prophecy came for. He said, one day they may accept the deen. And to this day, Taif, the whole city is all Muslims. But Jibril gave him the opportunity to destroy them right there because they had persecuted the prophet, right? So then Allah revealed in the Quran to the prophet, so we would know this, because we got the same situation. We got family members. We love them, our wives, our children, our cousins, our uncles, our fathers. We wish they would come to this beautiful religion, right? And stop living the life that they live, of callousness and debauchery, We wish they would come to the deen, right? So because we know how beautiful it is. But Allah said to the prophet to tell us, you will not be able to guide all those who you love. Now the prophet got it. It's wahi. It's revelation. Nope. Prophet don't question that. Timely. So this is what this context is. The question was asked, will my loved ones be in paradise with me? Again, the Quran says you will be in paradise with those who you love. So the question was asked, will my loved ones be in paradise with me? This is what Imam Muhammad said. Imam Muhammad said, yes, if they earn it. And you see how powerful that is? Yeah. You earning it, and you doing it, and you in the paradise, and they can too, if they earn it. But not just because they're your loved one. If they stop what they're doing and come out of the light and the darkness and the jahiliyyah that we came out of, yeah, they could be in paradise with you. But if they go to the end of their road and nothing's left, and they still refuse to recognize God, much less try to practice that they believe in God, you think they're going to be in paradise with you? You got another thing coming. Let's make dua. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala Ibrahim. Wa barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim. Fil alamin innaka Hamidun Majid. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. We witness that God is one. And he cares for all of his creation, especially his servants and his messengers. And we witness that Prophet Muhammad is his servant and his messenger, and the seal of the prophets in Scripture. We salute Prophet Muhammad with the traditional salute or salutation of Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The praise and the peace be on him. So now, we're gonna talk about our situation personally. Did you know that Allah says in the Quran, now, if Imam Muhammad wouldn't have taught this, I'm gonna tell you, I would have had no idea, and you wouldn't have no idea neither. And you done read the Quran all the way through. This statement, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who believe, you done read that many times, right? The Quran says that over and over and over again, addressing the believers, right? Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. There's a whole lot to that phrase, but I'm not going to deal with that part. I'm just going to deal with one word. Y-O-U. Allah is addressing you singly, not the ummah, not your spouse, you. That's what we get from Imam Muhammad. He said he went all through his career thinking about the community, the ummah, just to realize that the individual is more important than the whole community. If the individual's soul is right, then the community will be right. If the individual's lifestyle at home and with his spouse, wife, and husband, then the community will be right. But if the individual is not right, the community won't be right. So Allah said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who believe. Now another key word, amana. Amana means, O you who believe, O you who have faith, but more important, O you who trust God. That's amana, see? Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. And why do you trust God? Because you have regard for God, right? So God said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. Listen to this. Attaqallah. Attaqallahu alladhi khalaq. Have regardfulness for the one who caught it, the one who created you. And you can go on out of a clot, or it can deal blood. Yeah, you have the dina amanu, attaqallahu alladhi khalaq. Insane. Not the man, not the woman, the human being, the social creature, insane. See how undiscriminate Allah is? But it's talking about you. And we, listen to this. I'm going to give you another word that you don't know. It ain't because you intentionally don't know. It is because without Imam Muhammad's tafsir, we can't see the inside of these things. So this is what Allah said. Now have we caused the word to reach them themselves, in order that they may receive warning, or this is what he said, admonition, right? But we also taught that Allah is wahdahu, la sharika lahu. He's independent. He don't need no help, don't have no partners. So what is God saying here in this translation, etc.? What is this we? God don't need no help. His whole creation needs his help, everything. We see the nature, we see the nature state, we see how every creature, Allah has provided the nourishment and the shelter and the comfort and the social life. We see all that. It's amazing. So we know that God don't need no help, but why does God use this word in the Quran, we? It's because when you look up the word we, it means that Allah is the progenitor of all the primal everything. He is the primal order of everything. And he used everything, angels, jinns, wind, rain, snow, everything but the primal order is Allah. That's why when he dispatches the angels, but he don't require the angels to do nothing. We need the angels to do something. Oh God, it ain't rained over here in 5 years. Please send the rain. If the rain comes, that's the angel of rain, etc., etc., etc. And Imam talked about the angels last time he talked, how essential that they are. Unseen and seen only by the will of Allah. But they do Allah's will. So I'm going to tell you this real fast because it's commentary. I got to move on through it because I'm saying stuff that's not on my notes. So now have we caused the word, which is the Quran, with no contradiction in it. Dalikal, Kitabu, by Ray by feet. Okay, 2 words, Dalikal. Dalikal means that the Quran encases all of the previous scriptures in their proper forms. Ray by feet means no contradiction. Dalikal, Kitabu, by Ray by feet. This is the book that includes all of the previous books with no contradiction. None. The Torah got contradictions. The Bible got contradictions. The Psalms of David, the scrolls of Abraham got contradictions, but Quran don't have no contradictions. And that's who is it for? For anybody? No. It's for the Muqtaqin, the believers that have taqwa. Hear the word? Muqtaqin. See? Taqwa, reverence, regardfulness. It ain't for anybody. It's not for the drunk. No, it's not for the homosexual. It's not for them. It's the ones who have taqwa, regardfulness. It's not for your girlfriend. You ain't supposed to have no girlfriend nowhere. But if you got one, we understand. Because it's human nature. A man got to have a way, you know. A woman got to be secure. It may be difficult. She can't find what they consider a real suitable man. A lot of men ain't suitable to marry, sister. A lot of women ain't suitable for you to marry, man. You got to find out. Not no wife. You got to find a zawj. So the Quran don't say find a wife. They say find a zawj that you can. Zawj mean to fuse. See, you going that way, she going that way. There ain't no wife. There ain't no husband. You got to have one do like this with you. Then you got something going on. Y'all have to pardon me because this information is so deep, and I'm just a little man from the northeast, southeast. Out the thick of the milk in the mud, right? And the Lord blessed me to come to this understanding, and I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for Imam W.D. Muhammad. Oh, we ain't gonna forget his father now. They ain't gonna hear this tape and say, the Imam, he was a FOI in charge of security. That's true, I was. Loved it, still love it. Taught me how to be clean, neat, be on time, be responsible, be reliable, get a wife, keep a card, or get a tape recorder, have a watch on, give my word, and my word is bond. That's what the Nation of Islam taught me that many of us do not have today. So I ain't never gonna forget the Honorable Muhammad, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know nothing about the Quran and Sunnah, because he's the one that produced the one who taught us the Quran and Sunnah. So you see, and they want to deny that. What are you, crazy? How can you deny the Honorable Muhammad if you say you're a Muslim and you're in the deen and you came through that and when Allah says him, huwa, himself, that's the word for himself, huwa, kul huwa Allahu. It's not no he, or it's not feminine, it's huwa. Huwa says very plainly in the Quran, and y'all see if y'all heard this before, he says, reverence the wombs that bore you, not womb, the wombs that bore you, for he is ever aware, for he is God's over you. Now you're going to deny your father? You're going to deny your mother? Well, how you get here? Something biological happening. Ain't no stalk now, ain't no stalk laying you in front of the door in a basket. Relationship took place that God developed. So you have to reverence the wounds that bore you. The wounds that bore me is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's my first introduction to Islam. And living right, etc., etc., etc. And prepared me and prepared you for the day will come when you would be ready to accept the Deen of Islam. Because when he first started teaching us, many of us, we wasn't ready to come into the light of the Quran and the Sunnah. That required too much intellect. When we was in the Nation of Islam, you were soldiers. You was giving orders. There wasn't no free for all like it is like now. You didn't come when you want to come, or leave when you want to leave. No, you had to be at the temple Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And you had to call in if you wasn't going to come. Right, Yusuf? Yes. You had to call in and give a legitimate reason why, right? Right. You had to call in. It's the person on the phone. Muhammad's Temple number 4, or this brother James X. My wife got a bad case of flu, and I'm not going to be able to make it in. Okay, brother James, he writes you down. Now, if you keep doing that, then you get put in a certain kind of class.
C class.
C class, yeah, because you're shirking. But otherwise, you got to be there. See, you got to be there. To be in good standards, you had to do certain things. You had to carry Muhammad Speaks newspapers, sell them, pay for them. White Asian Jews, Saudi, you had to be productive. You couldn't be in the nation, but you had a captain, you had a minister, lieutenant. You had a captain, lieutenant, squad leaders, and I was a lieutenant in charge of security. When you come in that front door at my National Muhammad right now, that was Temple number 4. I'd be there in my uniform, licked down. I mean, licked down. Uniform on, white shirt, blue tie, shoes, spit shine, and you come in. You salute. Then the inspector look at you, come here, brother. Look at your fingernail. Brother, brother, you got to come on. You got to go back home.
Right.
You can't come here. You got to have your fingernails right. Your hair can't have no danger. Your shoes, your clothes got to be. Your breath can't be stinking.
You got to be on. Your breath can't be.
You got to be pristine, physicians, and that's how you train. You might have been a dirty person in the street before you heard that, but once you came there, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teaching will clean you up from head to toe, male or female. If you had acne or a sister, when you go on that one meal a day and start drinking water and eating that white H&G and that bean soup and that salad, all that stuff go away. You see her, she's like, "Salaam alaikum." You say, "Ooh, good. I'm going to get me one of these." Yeah. That's what we learned from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But he said, I came here to clean you up. My job is not to teach you the religion. The one coming after me will teach you the religion. Plain and simple.
Peace, brother Imam.
And then Imam Muhammad came on the scene, and we said, we opened in the name of Master Prophet Muhammad, in the name of God who came in the presence of Master Prophet Muhammad, totally off base. And Imam Muhammad came on the scene the first time, and he said, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The Quran. And then he changed the whole vocabulary to La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What? Who was that? Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. The praise is for God. Change the whole line. Okay? Most of us stay the ones who was involved with personality worship and needed the 2 crutches to be able to make it, no matter how sharp it was, they left. But the people who opened up their heart and their mind to intellectualism, wait a minute, they are the ones who the prophet said, those of you who are here now, you were the best before you came to the day, especially after you received or got religious knowledge. So y'all the best. I'm the best. Ain't nobody better than me. Al-Hajj Imam Sultan Muhammad Abdullah. Ain't nobody better than me, because I already been out there where they are. And then I heard the nation, and then I came transition smoothly to the deen. 45 years. I'm an authority of this stuff. They ain't gonna call me. Let them get that CBS called me. The man said, look, call the fire department. The television on fire. Where y'all get him from? Answer all their questions. Who killed Malcolm? He was the foundation for his own death. Because President Kennedy died. And Abdullah Muhammad got all of the ministers together and instructed them, said, this man is loved by the country. Don't no minister say nothing negative about John F. Kennedy. But he warned Malcolm. He said, Malcolm, that microphone, that television, gonna get you in trouble. And Malcolm was a charismatic spokesman, you know, dynamic. And he couldn't stay out of that mic. So when the TV people questioned him, he said, they asked him how he felt about the president being assassinated. He said, just the chickens coming home and roost. And it was inflammatory. Say it was the chickens coming on roost, meaning they killed one of their own, all alike, etc., etc. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, did you hear that, what he said? Bring him in here. Let me talk to that boy. He said, what, didn't I tell you not to make no remarks about the President of the United States being assassinated? And look, then they burned, they raided the Muslim places, they burnt the masjid, the temple in New York, they burnt it down. They harassed Muslims, they killed Muslims because he made that statement. So Abdullah Muhammad suspended him, said, you're suspended from speaking until further notice. And they don't know all that. They don't know all that. But because he was sincere and he truly believed in the deen, then Allah blessed him before he passed away for him to be al-Hajj, al-Shibah, to become a Muslim, a believer. And he had done his work. So let me see what time it is. Let me see if I can. Because I ain't even, I'm gonna tell you all the truth, I wouldn't even insult y'all's intelligence, and I got all kinds of respect for your time. So I'm gonna say this for I'm like, you know, Charles Dean, he has so many notes and so many dissertations that he got to have 2 hours, I think, a talim or no audience, but the Juma restricts you. You just, if you don't stay right on it, there's no way you're gonna be able to give a concise short talk because there's just so much. I didn't even get this past 1/3 of stuff. I took so much time to write down. That's why I was all disorganized. I took so much time to write stuff down. But I'm gonna leave this with y'all. And this is my history, my experience of being in the deen and being a Muslim for 45 years, 72 years old. You know. Now, somebody that's not a part of our community, they would say, no, let me hear from him. I know this man got experience, he got knowledge, he got a gray hair. This man has been in the community for 45 years and withstood all the kind of tests and vicissitudes of life, and got married and got 8 children, boys and girls, and got grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and he ain't on no medication or nothing. I want to hear what he got to say. I ain't worried about no no witch doctor on TV. I want to hear what this Muslim man got to say, right? So I'm gonna tell you this. The question was asked, and I'm end with this, and we do it to show you how it's so important for us to know these things, and how come the media don't come to us. They don't come to us because they don't want to know the truth. Their job is to misrepresentate the truth. That's their job. You think they do it all night, all the women are all pretty, the women got all long hair, talking like white women. You know, all the men got on suit and tie, smiling, laughing, whatever. They got a person, editor in charge of them. What they got a person in their office that will tell them what they will say. And if they don't say that, they're not gonna be riding around in the Mercedes Benz. Their children ain't gonna be going to well in Friends school. They ain't gonna be living like that. And some of them have tried that. And they filed. Because they saw the real news, but was not allowed to report. The editor-in-chief, this is what, the one who do the programming, okay, no. Imam W.D. Muhammad died. No, we could not focus on how important he was. No, don't write that. Write this right here. The son of Abdullah Muhammad, who came from Nation of Islam to mainstream Islam, blah, blah, blah. But don't go no details about nothing. As Muhammad died, no, he called the right man the devil, but don't go no details. So they're not gonna tell us the truth. They're not gonna tell people the truth about us. We have to do it our own self. So this was the question that was asked, and I hope this is being taped, and I hope my son, another mother, he calls me Abdullah. I hope he'll make sure that this gets out here. That's why I'm talking this way, because this view that we have here, that's not the object. The object is to put it on, to publish it. Because I went on YouTube yesterday. Man, I was surprised how many footballs I was giving on YouTube. I couldn't believe that was me standing up there giving these footballs with the type of titles. And I said, well, this thing is going all globally. They're in their house doing like this, and Sultan and Muhammad. And I pop up on there, Bismillah, and it was amazing. So the ability that we had, the technology that we had, by putting this information down and then putting it on the wire and the web, etc., is incredible. So I'm gonna finish with you. This the question. The question is, why don't we, under association, leadership, teaching of Imam Muhammad, why don't we have the kind of success that we had during the time of the Nation of Islam, which I was part of? We provided everything for ourselves. We had our own restaurant, we had our own barber shop, we had our own tailoring shop, we had our own farms, we had our own tractor, Mack trucks, 2 or 3 Mack trucks we owned to run the papers to. We had our own airplane. Sultan Muhammad, my namesake, may Allah have mercy on him, his grandfather was pilot. His grandson became his pilot. We were so self-sufficient that we did everything. Look, and why am I telling you that? How did it happen? We was encouraged to do for self and kind, right? And we was encouraged to go in business, to be in business. We had your steak and cheese. We had the chicken and fish shop. You know, we had all of this. We had the bakery. This used to be the bakery right here. We used to come in this place and clean this place up and get ready for make the gingerbread and the brownies, you know.
And fish.
And this right here. Then it's been Claremont Muhammad School, all of that, because of our ingenuity, right? Now, so they asked the question, why don't we have that now? Why? Because we got off track. We stopped following the strong, proven formula of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And what's the result of that? The result of it is this. as a group, we do not support one another. Very simple. One of us gets something, back then, all the Muslims would be at that place. We wouldn't think about going to no Kmart or Kohl's or none of them places if a Muslim got a business and carrying the stuff that we carry. All of us, the whole temple would be at your place and be patronizing you to make sure you get what they want and keep you in business. Do they do that now? No. Most of the Muslims where I am in Yusufah, the store we have, our patronage is very near of Muslims. Ain't never been there. Don't even kid. Most of our customers are non-Muslims. Don't even kid. That's why we're not successful. And then in the Nation of Islam, we were told that your brother was your brother, your sister was your sister, and whatever you had, you shared and give half of what you had to them. And you, if you cut an apple, whatever side is bigger, you give that to him or her, and you keep the other side. If you didn't have no money, your brother had some money in his vest pocket, you go see your brother and say, look, I need $1,000, I need $300, I need $1,000, $100. Your brother would give that to you on your word. That's what we had in the Nation of Islam. Every day, every week, we would go to somebody else's house. Every Sunday, a sister or brother would announce, I'm having dinner over my house. We would go to their house and they would cook a delicious meal for you to knock your socks off. Starting off with navy bean soup, homemade. Then a salad. You be filled up, your eyes be popped out, and then here she come with a whole plate full of rockfish, you know, and two sides. And finish that, look, a piece of carrot cake. You be walking like a bow-legged pinwheel. And why did it happen? Because in the Nation of Islam, we love one another. And in the Deen of Islam, we don't love each other. We don't like each other. We have problems and conflict with each other. And so all the formulas that we were taught, we're not getting the benefit of it because we are not practicing what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us. And we are not practicing the Quran and the Sunnah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's why it's very uncomplicated. And the few people that come together, that come together with like minds, like me and Yusuf Muhammad have done, and put out those pennies together and said, we're going to open up a store. Look how powerful it was. We didn't ask nobody, could we open the store up and could we do this and do all that? Or get no money from this person. We put our little nickels together and said, we're going to open up Joe's place. Why Joe's place? Because Joe is Yusuf Muhammad, my childhood friend, all the way from shooting BB guns in the woods and putting tadpoles in the jar, who know me, trust me, I know him, trust him, and we can't, that's all we have to do, is find somebody who think like we think, and we trust them and they trust you, and you shake their hand, and eventually you get their own on a piece of paper, because that's our religion, and you can open up a store, a shop, or do whatever you want to do. If you stick to the formula that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave us, which is do for self and kind, you can do it. And that's what we did. So we're going to close with that, with this. Well, we want to say the last thing that the Prophet taught us. The Prophet said that every Muslim is a brother to his Muslim brother or sister. And he does nothing to harm his Muslim brother or sister. He does not boycott his Muslim brother or sister. You know, that's totally repugnant to us not coming to our Muslim brother or sister's establishment. Now, enough is not being done to make sure that the community know that who among us is in business. See this wall right here? See this wall right here? It should be covered with Muslim business advertising. Cards, flyers, everything, so that everybody would know that brother so-and-so, sister so-and-so got this kind of business, this whole wall. And then you'll see some revenue coming in. When you call for the business people, say, listen, we need $5,000 to do so-and-so and so-and-so. You put the kufi down there, $5,000 on the spot. Ain't no later on and all that. Because you got the business people got that kind of money. But you got to promote business. How can you say you're a leader of a community when the history, tradition shows us that the Deen Foundation started with business? How can you not recognize that Lady Khadijah was a successful businesswoman, in turn giving her husband, who was trading in commerce, gave him money, and he was a businessman. And Imam Muhammad said, don't call me an imam, call me a businessman. How can you know all those things, Imam, and you don't promote these things from the roster? So you can anesthetize the body, inspire them, motivate them. How can you not do that? And say you an imam in this association. So I'm telling you what it should be. And if you call me to come somewhere and speak, you think I spend time today and tell you about this, hey, you ain't heard nothing yet. Because I ain't used the word shame. So we should be ashamed of ourselves. The way we let down everything that we had, we should be ashamed. And the prophet, peace be upon him, last thing I'm going to say, and inshallah, the prophet said that if you can't shame a Muslim, he's not a believer. So we should be ashamed of ourselves. Let's make dua. ربنا اتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. كلمة السلام.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya as-salah, hayya al-falah, qad qamat as-salah, qad qamat as-salah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. الله أكبر الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق إنسان من علق. اقرأ وربك الأكبر الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. الله أكبر الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر الله أكبر. الله أكبر الله أكبر. الله أكبر الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Alhamdulillah.
Takbir!
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir!
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir!
Allahu Akbar.
Done deal.
Brother man, your group out today, right on point. Because in terms of business and all thinking, what happened to me, when I first heard the teachings of Allah Muhammad, it was about him cleaning me up physically, right, and then mentally, right? And what we had gotten away from. Now that Imam Muhammad has brought us to deen, a lot of us have abandoned deen for money. Because now we think that the deen we're doing better. And we rather deal with somebody that ain't none of us and deal with people. You know,